Hey guys, name's Fen playing the Drac mod! This time, I'm going into the sewers, so shortly I will die of disease. Are you ready for me? Are you ready for me? How do you even get onto a ladder when you're trying to climb down? It's probably not even possible. Whoop! Well, anyway, nice multi-level effect here. This would make a very good house for some sort of fake Monty Python person. It's going to be completely great, as I'm going to be doing a... Oh, let's play. There's that street on the street with a dude who can actually speak with a proper accent, kind of like this. And I'm going to be, hey, my hammers are pretty English, right? And he's going to be like, no, Fen, they're really not. And I'm going to be like... Anyway, I guess this is like, hey, climb your ass over the maze puzzle. It's, you know, for blocking off the zombies that clearly run at you or some frickin' thing. I'm supposed to go even further under the water. That's why I bought the breath potion, if you were paying attention, in the item buying section, except this looks like it's going towards St. Lucia's, or does it? Maybe not. I thought it did, but I'm going south. Well, okay. I'm interested in what's in that water, but I'm even more interested in randomly exploring this really nice looking sewer. I mean, I never thought I'd say a sewer looked nice. I mean, it does look brown like the dark mod often does. I mean, I think that's what people might mean when they mean the missions look the same, but, you know. Yeah, because now I'm getting up into this place, but this is progress, and who really... Whoa. That's pretty gorgeous. They really want you to use the dedicated mantle key in this mission. Whoa. Am I in St. Luce's? Wait a minute. No. I've been blocked off for calling Lucia loose. She's not. She's not. She's incredibly nice and... What? This just takes me back out here to the fleece? Is this some sort of gag? Well, you would gag if you were in the sewer. Snap! No, I didn't. So I guess that's to get out here for some freaking reason. Yeah, getting on ladder. How do you... Is there a key to, like, get on the ladder properly? Because I can't seem to do it. Like, look at that. I can't get on the... Okay. Sure is a lot of dead space in this episode. Ooh. I'm a little tired. That's why I'm overdoing it on the hypeness a little bit, so as to have nobody know that I'm not hype. It's the trick of the drunkard people. So anyway, yeah, let's go down to that water. Okay, here we go. Let's get our breath potion ready, which I've conveniently mapped to the F2 button. Okay. Hopefully I won't need it, like, at all. She was a complete joke. The thing about buying stuff is that there's always the chance people won't buy stuff, so you always gotta make it possible to get through the mission without buying. That's... I don't know, I'm not a big fan of this store. I prefer to just find things on the way. Personally. What the heck am I climbing? I'm climbing the wall. Or this is a ladder, but I'm just set very far back from it. Hey, that's fine. I like this kind of ladder. It makes it feel like an Egyptian temple. I'm not scared of those creaking, squeaking mice. It's just coming up here with their cute little chords going... And I'm just like... Oh, I will munch on your ears all the time. Not saying anything weird or creepy here. I mean, I'll literally, like, pluck off their ears and just eat them. But first I'll coat them in chocolate because you don't want to be a barbarian here. Usually I don't make myself laugh. A notable exception was that one time when I was reading the book like, well, this is a girl's diary. It's in the sinkhole if you want to watch it. Okay, so a sound happened. I am trying to mantle. Thank you very much. If you would just always mantle when I ask you, that would be great. So here's some more maze-like hallways, but you see, these have got like a bunch of detail in them and some sort of memorableness to them. Also, I never found those water arrows talked about in the notes. At least I don't think so. Maybe I did by accident and just forgot. Could have happened. But it's also quite possible that it didn't happen. This roof is also an awkward height. It feels like I should be able to stand up, but I guess it's just low enough so that I can't. Yeah. I mean, there sure is a lot of crossing paths. I guess this isn't quite so unmaze-like as I would have hoped. I'm still not a fan of this sort of thing, but I guess it is kind of sewerly, so I guess it obviously has to be just a bunch of random square hallways. At least it could be pipes. Pipes are interesting. You can put them up on an urban exploration site and say, hey. What the hell? Sneak through these pipes. It's like the worst time ever. I'm not even sure why I even uploaded it. Am I just back? Maybe not. I guess they really want me to go all around and suffer before I cry for St. Lucia, which is nice because crying should only be done after extreme suffering or if you just want to demonstrate that you have emotion instead. Oh, hey. Well, okay, so once again, there's multiple places. Driving my slight OCD-ish tendencies mad. I don't think I really have OCD, but you know, like, mild tendencies in the cartoonish direction of what could be cartoonishly called that, and it's probably like actually insulting to people who really have it pretty bad. Brother Samuel, I did send several acolytes into the streets yestermorn to post more bulletins advertising the miracle of St. Lucia. Brother Brevis Devious did come back with the smell of alcohol about him. He doth claim that a drunken man did vomit upon him, but I am certain that he partook himself, and did thus break his vows. I have ordered him to clean the walls beneath the privy, to prepare for the Archbishop's visit. 'Twill do him good to smell of honest work for a change. Brother Abatius must be reminded to tell the other acolytes to use the other privies in the meantime, and to remember to remove and clean the ladder when Brother Brevius doth finish. To prepare the walls beneath the privy, so I'm gonna come up through the privy. I guess I will be privy to the stench. Okay, so I could choose that. I guess it's like, hey, multiple ways in. That's one of the staples of the engine. Not sure why I'm complaining. I don't think I'm complaining. I think I'm getting all giddy here. Oh my god, I've got some cooking in the stove that I'm not paying attention to. It's going to burn the house down as if I was playing Sega Genesis. Okay, motor mouth time over. Oh, yeah, so this is a ladder. This might be the privy. Well, let's just see, you know, if I go up this way, what sort of thing will happen to me. Actually, this thing seems to be the only way that might go up. This is the privy. Okay, that's the privy now. I gotta check out that other path. Doors galores! Okay, actually there's a couple of, well, there's, oh, I see. Well, it's a good thing I came down here because this room is completely pointless. Oh, sure. Why can't I switch that to make things easier on myself? I keep asking questions of the general ethers, and yeah, this just leads back to here. Man, I like the water in the dark mod, you know? It still doesn't look 100% realistic like there's modern stuff, even moderner stuff does, but hey, there's blood. It's got blood, and the water looks nice. I don't remember what I was saying. Anyways, there's only one way up, so let's do it. I'm not looking forward to the stench that's gonna be on me at dinner tonight with my wife. I'd rather have been caught and killed by the guard. I am the woman who constantly appears in films even to this day, but doesn't actually exist in real life. Oh. Good, excellent, he's got a key. Also, yeah, in the dark mod, so says Demagogue, I think, you can snatch keys off of guys even when they're fully alerted, which does make sense, I guess. I mean, I understand what they were trying to do with the original thieves, but it does kind of make sense that you could at least steal something even if they're alerted. I mean, they would know that you stole it, sure.
I thought I did spy.
But, you know, I guess that priest has got chains all over his legs. I mean, priests are taking a vow of, you know, imprisonment. Everywhere they walk, they're imprisoned. It's a horrible life that a priest has. I know. Oh, keys are different. I appreciate them being different. It's much more useful, but it just constantly takes getting used to when I switch back and forth. Brother Simon, what does he say? Oh, to the Most Reverend Father Bernard, a few of the acolytes have been casting dice in the back of the nave again. One was even overheard swearing by Fortuna, a pagan goddess. Something must be done. I recommend putting each one in the screws. 3 or 4 turns should remind them of their vows. Your servant, Brother Simon. Simon says, I can't say it with a straight face, screw thy brothers! Actually, I'm in the priest room. Now, I took his key. Now, if this is properly realistic, which for some reason I'm wanting it to be now all of a sudden, then he won't be able to come back in here. And we'll go like, hey, somebody stole my key. It's extremely suspicious. While I loudly read this note in here, getting noticed by everyone. But fortunately, games do not have voice from real life in them. That would be pretty weird. To the Reverend... Pardon me, I was vomited upon. To the Reverend Bernard of St. Lucia, hoping the Almighty hath given thee health and prosperity. It hath come to my attention that a number of thy parish continue to practice the pagan ritual of Brigid's blessing, where strips of cloth are left out at night to be blessed by spirits, and then burned the following day to summon love and fertility. Ugh, disgusting. This ritual doth promote the worship of false gods, and doth encourage the making and selling of love charms, a most serious matter. No doubt thy flock continues this practice out of tradition rather than heresy, but it is incumbent upon thee to assist them in the proper worship of our Holy Father, the Master Builder. As thou art aware, the following morn, when the cloth is burned, is also the holy day of Saint Nathaniel. Oft overlooked, he was a pious man who did burn all the tools which were not perfect in the sight of God before building the great arch of Avaricum. It would be most meet that thou encourage thy parish to burn something in St. Nathaniel's name on that day, rather than consorting with spirits. Thus I commit you to God's good protection, Pachalmer Neris, Inquisitor General of Bridgeport. Oh, I like those inquisitors. Always asking questions, very good critical thinkers. October 4th. The Lord Builder hath granted us a great boon. Today the widow Madeline did bring to me a gift she brought from a merchant who did just return from a pilgrimage to Torino. The merchant claimed that the trinket was a shard from the handle of the true hammer, just as merchants sell to the pious but gullible souls in a dozen marketplaces in the city. The widow, bless her soul, did have a shine in her eye I have not seen since her husband did perish from the bloody flux. He was bloody fluxed, so I had not the heart to tell her, but accepted her gift without comment, and placed it next to the statue of St. Lucia in the front chamber. As I did pray quietly there, well, excuse me, sir, you got in with no key as if there was no lock on the door at all. What the hell? This engine is terrible. I guess it's better than them interrupting their routes or something. Anyway, as I was going, and here he comes again. Well, then we'll just ignore him, shall we? As I did pray quietly there, feeling the weight of all that had happened, and asking the Lord for a sign to reaffirm my faith, the statue did most suddenly begin to weep. I could not believe mine eyes. 'Twas if the Lord Builder were speaking directly to me through his servant St. Lucia. The weeping of St. Lucia is the miracle I have sought. God had responded to my prayers in a way that I did not dare to hope, solving my crisis of faith and the poverty of my parish at once. For donations from wealthy visitors who would never set foot in this church but for the statue swells our coffers as it hath not been in a generation. With the new donations we can begin construction of new works to honor the Master Builder. First repairs upon his house and those of his people, then new walls, gutters to keep the streets free of refuse. My heart soars to think of it. His Eminence, the Archbishop, is coming here to witness the miracle for himself, and thus pronounce it so. With all the trials and plagues that this city has gone through these last years, such a thing could renew the faith and vigor of all our people. Okay, well, I know I could definitely stand to have my vigor renewed. Hey, there's a switch. Please, allow me to flip the switch, please. Spare key. Maybe that guy... telepathically. This chest kind of is designed like one of those spinning machines in Thief 2, kind of, maybe. Anyways, yeah, that guy telepathically used that key to open the door. He sort of wound it from inside of the room, wound it into the lock when I wasn't looking, and just busted right on in. Or he's just programmed to not have to care. Wow, this is some severe-ass chest, or I'm just messing it up. Oh. Maybe I was just messing it up. Hey. The relic. Is that a relic that I'm here? Oh. I guess that there's probably something much more suspicious going on here, such as some mechanism. Also, it's probably alcohol. They probably store wine in the statue in order to drink it. Horror. Well, it looks like I could be finished here, so it's time to try my best to move on from this incident and just go on with my life. This is the spare key to the priest room. I guess I have... I don't know why. I guess it's for realism, but the realism would mean that that priest cannot get into his room. Be the other key he just keeps inside his pocket, because they invented pockets just for that priest. to be able to hide his key in it, and they haven't really thought to use them for anything else yet. It's tragic, really. It's really weird how apparently they didn't invent pockets until a billion years after they invented clothing. It seems like such an obvious thing, but I don't know. Oh yeah, you've got a key on you too. Whoops. The unspare key to what is probably this room, but instead I'm just gonna get in like a proper thief. It's not very well protected, you understand, but if I don't have the key, I can't relock it. It was not hiding that thing very well whatsoever. I might advise you to do better in the future, sir, lest you want me to punish you by getting, like, stupid rich. Yeah, I hesitate to read this book without turning this thing off. I know it'll waste a water arrow, of which I only have kind of a few, but I just feel like that guard might come in. Oh. Well, that's an obvious secret if ever I saw one, but that's just the priest. Wait a minute. Surely that is... Wait. That is totally a secret room, right? I mean, it's not just a really silly glitch, right? Yeah. The heavenly city of the Master Builder is my grand theme in this work. It is a city surpassingly glorious, perfect in its stability, humbling in its excellence. The city has 12 gates made of 12 pearls. Every gate is of a single pearl, and the street of the city is pure gold, as clear as the glass. Nothing yet built in all the cities of the earth can compare. The king and founder of this heavenly city has in scripture uttered a dictum of the divine law in these words: God abandons the slothful, but gives grace unto the builders. Those who build shall become the tools of the master, the citizens of this city of God, which has no end, when the works of this world fall away. All shall stand before him, and by thy works shall ye be judged. This hammer is striking me as holding that wall up. But I don't want to take it, lest it make noise. I'll just put it to bed. That's nice. It's got a head and, well, it doesn't have feet, but that's okay. You don't have to have legs to sneeze averted to rest in bed. I know some people like to hear my sneezes, but I mean, come on, I gotta skip them sometimes for... Well, I don't. There's no reason why I should have said that. But I'm not a guy who listens to reason. I'm living on the rhyme. I'm a traveler. I follow the arrow of time. So hopefully, yeah, that is really silly looking. It should thus come as no surprise that many of the acolytes that hath been assigned here are uneducated, crass, and poorly motivated. They spit even, they speak in the vulgar tongue, and they gamble when Reverend Bernard doth sleep. Most indeed do loveth the Master Builder most sincerely, but they need a great deal of direction in serving him. September 25th. Reverend Bernard doth keep the relic in his private chambers. I didst offer to protect it myself, but the Reverend doth insist that it is well hidden. September 27th. Must attend Brother Matthew, who doth oversee the maintenance work. He reports an outside worker did injure himself while manhandling a hammer from the wall for cleansing, and his partner canst not push it along on his own. Manhandling a hammer from the wall for cleansing from the wall? It was stuck in the wall. These unbelievers are most feeble. When I was but an acolyte, I did such work without serious complaint. Oh, sure you did. Those big hammers are weighty, yes, but a good sustained push and much faith in his goodness is all it takes to do his will. That is weird that would happen. That's just odd, but like the only thing on that side is the priest room. There wouldn't need to be a secret door or nothing like that. Whoa. It's just like... Okay, yeah, let's just...
protect me.
It's just right there, unless it's something... Oh, it could be some thin thing in the middle of the wall. I don't know about that. I'm gonna just call that a weirdity and move on. Yeah, guessing that key on the guard is probably for that, because he looks like he could be a captain. Oh, that's not a real door. So this place is actually kind of smallish. Yeah, here's an actual map, and I guess I'm in the lavvy, the privy. I'm just not seeing it. Oh, I think I see where I am. That thing up that I can't move my cursor to, this door up here, it's on the map, and it's just like, hey, it frickin' leads nowhere, fools. What did you expect? Foolishness? Well, that's because you're a fool. Fools only expect foolishness, and they are fooled and will never, ever, 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 ever be welcomed into the house of the anti-tomfool society of the builder. Foolish! Jeez, well, at least you are sort of KO'able. Presumably. I'll just sneak by you there. Whoa, uh-oh. I find this pleasing, too. I'm a good sneak. So here's where I start using my waters now. Of course, you know, you guys might really like this, but of course they're too high for them to really like. No, not at all. That'd be funny if they were. They'd be like reaching up like, oh, I can't reach it. Blast these cursed things. I think that would be a great thing to put in a mission. Hey, I just thought that might be bronze, copper, brass, which is totally valuable and not just rusty metal. So now I really got to be looking at my map. At least north is up, so I'm there. I'm putting my finger to the screen and you can't even see me. So there's a meeting room, should be kind of here, I guess. I'm not sure about that, actually. I guess so. Yeah. I really, really want to lean against the wall key. That's all I want for Christmas. Unfortunately, Christmas is not going to happen very soon. Yep, you just lose your mind there. It's fine.
To arms! An intruder doth violate our sanctum.
Really? Where is he? Let me at him. Boy, I hate intruders almost as much as I hate pagans and alcohol. Oh, yeah, seriously. Seriously, I'll just be taking my leave right through here. Not a problem. This seems like a... Oh, no, it's a meeting room. I guess you could dine in here, but that would be most improper. That's a mean trick. Well, it gives me gold, so I guess it's kind of polite. 1750 loot. Make the damage to the statue look like an accident. So I'm going to have to alert. I'm almost certain that I'm going to have to end up alerting peeps in this mission. Oh, I love it when I can take these books. The way I can hide away in a corner that might not be safe. It'll be funny. The crime of heresy requires a deliberate denial of an article of truth of the Imperial Church and a public and obstinate persistence in that alleged error. Once it was left to mobs of townspeople to accost and punish heretics without trial or ecclesiastical insight. The repression of heresy too important to remain so disorganized, Patriarch Gregory IX instituted the... Wait, this is real-life stuff? Instituted the Papal Inquisition in 1231 to bring order and legality to the process of dealing with heresy. At first, it was common for the Inquisition to turn heretics over to civil authorities after a finding of guilt. The secular authorities would apply their own standards of punishment for civil disobedience. However, Patriarch Sixtus IV, because he couldn't count, in 1478 established the right of ecclesiastical courts to execute heretics, and since then those convicted of heresy are punished by the Inquisition. The Holy Office of the Inquisition is most active in the southern states of the Empire, not the U.S., where they have had many successes in protecting the imperial faith from infection. All acolytes should familiarize themselves with the successful eradication of the Ebionite heresy. Today, their tribunals wield considerable authority. No matter how determined, no patriarch has succeeded in establishing
hands and tools.
Complete control of the institution. Well, that's nice, isn't it? All right, you. Just quit standing there. What are you trying to do, a frickin' pedestrian blockade over there? It's not a popular dance move. You go to the prom, no girl ever will like you, because believe me, I know what every girl in the whole frickin' world is thinking. And I also know what every guy in the whole frickin' world is thinking, because I am a guy. That's obviously how it works. Hey. Sarcasm leads to nowhere. It's the lowest form of wit. But, you know, I'm Smeagol. I'm always casting my eyes downward, so I guess it is my style of wit or frickin' something. Yeah, there's a meeting room here. Possibly loot around, maybe. I don't freaking know. It's funny how these candles are around, but they're not really lit. I think that's funny. Whoa. But there's only like 2 or 3 guards. Uh-oh. Okay, I guess 2 or 3 is enough. Holy hell. This is like an elevator shaft. Where's the button? Dang. I need a button so that I don't die. I need a button so I don't die. Oh my god, this is my #1 priority, pushing a button so that I live. That didn't... Oh shit, I didn't see you. That didn't come out as funny as it did in my head. Hey, you look like you're from Thief 3. How's it going? Jacob did confess to gambling and was given the ordeal of St. Sebastian's Walk in order to cleanse himself of the sin. Oh, that sounds nice. St. Sebastian's Walk. I bet you just go through the park and go through the park. The Lord Builder was not with him in his ordeal, for after taking 2 steps on the metal floor, he did stumble and fall onto its heat, burning himself horribly. The medics did attend to him, but he later died from his burns. It was decided that he did fulfill the ordeal, though he did crawl upon his knees the rest of the way, and he was given the last rites before being buried in consecrated ground. 4 men of good character did confess to that priest that they had been drunken and boastful in the streets since their last confession. Their confession sincere, and the act of contrition recited, the priest did give them the minor penance of a day's hard work, carrying coal for the church's forge. One of the 4 did give coin in lieu of service. All were absolved of their sins. Joseph did enter into the sacrament of confession and admitted to seeking the service of a sorcerer and paying money to him for a curse against a business rival. The curse was successful, and Joseph profited greatly. The priest of the parish gave him the ordeal of St. Welland's hammer as penance.
Fires of the Lord Builder shall purify the unclean.
Shut up. Joseph made a payment in coin instead, and the priest did absolve him of his sin. Another dark humor. The sorcerer was found and charged with profiting from sorcery and was executed by the civil authorities. That's kind of how businesses operate now. They go, well, let's do something horrible, and the fines will be fairly minor compared to our profits.
Doth something stir?
Yeah. I don't really want to knock you out. Hey, yeah, these guys are all into chains. Like, they really, really, really are serious about just chains. However, I just made a bunch of noise. That's not good. I just want to see if any of this crap's rateable. It is. The Pagan Problem. What are you, Hitler? The Pagan Problem by Bernard of Clairvaux. What is there in that pagan people which is not crude and coarse, whether we consider their actions and their inclinations, their understanding, or even the rites with which they worship their false gods? For their actions did carry them of old into many wars. Their inclinations are all devoted to the pursuit of sloth. Their worship doth consist in painting their skin and shedding the blood of beasts. Oh, how much worse is the barbarian within the walls than those of the wild! The last are only useless, but those inside our walls come to be hurtful and poisonous. O nature, not merely crude, but touched with viperous venom, to hate the work that not only strengthens the bodies of men, but saves their souls! O intelligence, coarse, dense, and, as it were, bovine, which doth not recognize God even in his own works! I see. Well, at least it's not the final solution to the pagan problem. Yup. Anyway, it's probably about time I end this episode off. So see you guys next time for probably 2 to 5 minutes. And, bye for now. Make sure to subscribe if you like the video. Dang it! Sorry, lost my ego chip there. Bye!